Texas. Yeah.
I go to school. I go to UT Austin, basically. And,
Hey, down there with the country music folks.
yeah.
You like Willie Nelson?
Not much. Pretty good.
What music do you like, then?
I like Indian music.
Oh.
I'm a musician myself. I sing.
Oh, and you don't like Willie Nelson?
I like him pretty good.
Good, I hope so, because he's my hero. You know how to play this game, right? Good. Let's get it started. Win 2 games, you're our champion. Paul, the first question goes to you. And let me remind both of you that all this week we've had 10 professional psychics in our studio audience, and they are back with us today. So, gang, please join us. All right, here we go now. Paul, the question's yours. Before the show, we ask our 10 psychics, have you ever changed your plans because of a psychic vision? How many of these 10 psychics have actually changed their plans because of a psychic vision?
9
Paul.
of them. No, I'm sorry, 9 of them.
Oh, 9 of them you say have.
Yeah, 9 of them.
Well,
Sudah, do you believe in psychics?
yeah, I think so, because, you know, we are in India originally, we believe a lot in all this future predictions. And so I think I believe in psychics. And also, you know, I hear a lot in TV and all those advertisements for those Time magazine where they tell that psychic, they felt where they went and they came back because the plane was crashing and they went back and all those things. So I believe it. So I think it's going to be lower.
Oh.
But I think it's going to be lower.
Okay. I like your logic. I hope your answer matched your logic. What the hell did she say, Paul? Do you know? Well, the actual number of these psychics who have changed their plans because of a psychic vision is 10 of them. No, all of them have. Whoa! Woo! I'm not going to ask you guys to raise your hands because I'm psychic. I know which 10 of you did it. Donnie, what happened?
I am an avid shopper, and everyone who knows me knows there's one sale that I do every year, and that's Harrods Sale in London. 1 January. By the way, I go in the same entrance. I'm there at the same time, and I wait for the doors to open. I'm one of those mad characters that runs inside and grabs everything. I walked about 2 blocks from my house, and something told me to turn around and come back, and I wanted to shop, so I took a few more steps, and this force told me, turn around and go back. I did. 15 minutes later, it was when the bombing happened in the notions department in Harrods.
No kidding. Ooh, that gives me the willies. It's a good way to stop shopping, though, isn't it? Yeah. Thank you, folks, very much. Thanks for being back with us again today. Scary. Let me see if I'm psychic. I think the card is red. I think the card is below a 7. Okay, you ready, Paul?
I'm ready.
Put up! I'm not psychic. Hey, he's up. I got half of it right. Okay, Paul.
Lower.
Lower than the king. You're not psychic either, are you? Okay. All right, Sudah, you get a free chance at these cards. Here's your card. Higher than the deuce, queen. Lower than the queen, 5. Higher, yeah. To win the game, yeah.
Pretty good.
I believe psychic.
Obviously, you're psychic. You got $100. You're welcome. We'll be back in just a moment to set up for game 2. With our game now. Sudah, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, cards are dealt out. We're ready to start game number 2. Paul, pressure's on you. You have to win this game. Sudah, if you win the game, you're our champion. Here's the question now. Surveyed 100 married women, just like yourself. We asked them, would you like an arrangement where you and your husband lived side by side in 2 separate houses? How many married women would like that arrangement?
No way. Why do we want to marry then? If you want to live in separate houses.
It's birth control is what it is.
Yeah, you have better methods of birth control, right?
You have what?
Better methods of birth control. You don't need to.
You asking me that?
You don't need to use this method. I don't think if you live in separate houses, you lose the charm. You have to talk. You have to communicate. If you just live in 2 different houses, what do you talk? You cannot talk, or you cannot, have fun. So I think it's. What was the question? How many?
How many married women would like that arrangement, living in two separate houses side by side?
I think it's going to be lower. Like,
Lower than what?
it's going to be a lower number
Oh.
of women who tell...
Yeah, but what number do you want to choose here?
About 38.
How many?
38.
Oh, 38. Okay, Paul?
I'd hate it. I could never have my wife and I in separate homes. It would defeat the marriage. I agree with what she's saying.
What do you think, higher or lower
I think
than
it's a
38?
lot lower, though.
Lower than that, though.
Without a
Huh?
doubt.
The actual number of married women who would like to live in a house side by side with their husband is 24 of them. All right, Paul, you're right. Okay, Paul, catch it up time. Queen is yours.
Lower.
Lower than a queen, 4.
Higher.
Is it higher? It is.
Freeze.
Freeze. Freeze. Starting to sound like an evangelist, isn't he? Freeze.
Freeze.
Okay, let us continue.
Please.
Sudah. It's not your question, it's Paul's. I was just seeing if you're paying attention. This is an educated guess question, Paul.
Okay.
In California, when people go to court to fight a traffic ticket, what percentage of them win?
73.
73% win. Sudah.
I think it's going to be much lower because, you know, they just don't tell you are right always. Whenever we go to the court, we end up like losing and paying more money and come back. So I think it's going to be lower.
Same's in Texas as in California, then, right?
Yeah.
Actual percentage of Californians who win when fighting a traffic ticket is 20%. Yes, you're right. It was lower than that. Okay. Sudah. There for you is a 7. You can change if you want
Change
to.
it, change
We will.
it.
Lacey now has for you a 2.
Higher!
All right, higher, 5.
Higher!
Is it higher? It is.
Freeze.
Freeze. Good. I she'll freeze right there. She's 2 cards away from winning this championship. Who will it be? Will it be our champion, Paul, or our challenger, Sudah? Hey, we'll find out when we come back right after this. And because I just got killed. This is the 4th and final question. Someone has to win the game in the next play of the cards. Sudah, if it's you, you're the champ. Paul, if it's you, then you win the game. We'll play a tiebreaker. So good luck to the two of you. Sudah, the question's yours. We surveyed 100 men who are serving time in prison for robbery or burglary. We asked them, did you carefully plan your crime, or was it a spur-of-the-moment decision? How many inmates said they carefully planned their crime?
Yeah, I think, you know, when they plan, I think they plan for the crime because, you know, without planning, they cannot just, you know, walking on the road and just think, oh, okay, now I'm going to go rob. So I think they're going to look at the house and see if they are there, and if they are not there, then go ahead and then rob. So I'm going to say it's going to be a higher number of people.
Higher than what?
Like about 60, 65.
65 out of 100, you say carefully planned their crime. Can I ask you a question? If you rob somebody in India, what happens to you?
I go to jail and come out in... I go to jail and probably come out in 10 years.
10 years? Huh, okay. Paul, what do you think about this one? She says 65 out of 100 inmates said they carefully planned their crime.
If they actually got into prison, it had to be a pretty good crime. Most of the
Or a
ones that
lousy
are just,
plan, one or the other.
most of the just jail types probably didn't plan theirs, but I think they probably did. A lot of them planned it out.
Okay, what do you think? Higher or lower than 65?
That's kind of a high number, though, so I'm going to say it's a little lower.
A little lower than that. The actual number of inmates who carefully planned their crime is 21 of them. Yes, it was lower. We're playing sudden death, Paul. Your choices are as follows. You can change the 10, play it out. If you make a mistake, she's the champ. Or pass it on to her. She must play off the 9. If she goofs, you win the game, and we play tiebreaker. Passing it to Sudah. All right, Sudah, good luck to you, hon.
Higher!
Higher than the 9. It is.
Lower!
If it's lower, you're the new champ. You are. All right. Congratulations to you, Sudah. All right. Well, Paul, it's been a pretty good week.
I can't
Baby
argue.
hasn't arrived yet, but when it does arrive, look what you've got. A new car, cash. In fact, it all totals to $22,589. Good luck to you and your new family.
Thank
my friend.
you.
We'll see you.
Thank you.
Come on,
Good luck to
Sudah. Right over here, my dear. Okay. How about that?
I love it.
You like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew you'd like this. Okay, let me tell you now what's going to happen. Lacey and Susanna are going to come in here, and they're going to deal out from a deck of cards that you cut a little earlier, all right? Let me remind you of a couple of rules. You can change 1 card per line. So minimum bets are $50 each time, and it's an E-ride to get to go around that turntable like the girls are right now. You see that sucker move? Look at that. Okay, so you got all those rules down?
Yeah.
Fine, and we're going to give you some of our money. Now, this money comes out of my salary, so treat it nicely.
Okay.
Give her $200 to bet with, and you're on your way, kid. All right, don't move this thing. You ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. First card is a 9.
Change it.
Which one you want?
2.
Number 2. Let's see what the 9 is. Thank you, Susanna. The 9 now is an ace.
All of it lower.
All of it lower. Yeah, we're going lower than that ace, aren't we? You bet. $400.
$50 lower.
$50 lower than the 10? Yes, it is. $450.
$50 higher.
$50 higher than the 8. It is again. $500 up here, another 4. You got 900.
Half of it lower.
See, half of 900 is 450 the way I figure, right? $450 lower than the queen. There you go. $1350.
Half of it higher.
Why don't you just tell me how much you want to bet?
Okay, all of it higher.
I mean, I'm not trying to talk you out of anything, but
Yeah,
rather
all
than
of it higher.
rather than say half of it higher, I want you to give me a number, see? So
Now I've changed my mind. Let
Okay.
it be all of it higher.
you're going to bet it all higher.
Yeah.
Is your husband okay? Yeah, okay. She's betting all of it higher. Is it higher than the 4? Yes, it is. $2,700. Want to change? Number 3, she wants to change the 6. 6 will now become a 9. 2,700. So the
How much? 2,700. 1,300 lower.
1,300 lower than the 9. Oh, Suda. Is it lower than the 9? Push. No win, no loss. 27 again.
Change
now you
it.
can change it.
Change it.
Yeah. Okay, Suda, the 9 is now a 6. Now, you have to bet at least $1,350 or half of it.
Okay, $1,350 higher.
Gonna bet half of it higher.
Higher.
That way you at least go home with some money. Is it higher than the 6? She's bet half of it or $1,350. Yes, it is! And so you win $4,050. How about that? Look at your happy husband down there. 4,250 is where you are now. We're not done. Now we're going to give you a chance to win a brand new car. You come with me because Gene's going to tell you about the car you can win. All right, Gino?
The exciting Ford Probe GL two-door sports car. High in performance, value, and quality. It comes equipped with all standard features and California emission. Good luck, Sudah.
Okay, Suda, here we go. Now, here's how you can win that car. I'll ask you a question about our 10 professional psychics in our studio audience. Then we'll ask you to register your answer on a range board over there. So Susanna has the question. Susanna? Thanks, hon. Here we go. Before the show, we ask our 10 psychics, do you believe you've lived other lives before this one? How many of these 10 psychics do believe that they have lived other lives? I want you to go over there and place the marker on your answer. How many of them believe they have lived other lives? She says 8. She says 9. She says 8 again. If you're right, you can come over here. It's okay. If it's 8, you win the car. If you miss it by 1, if it's 7 or 9, you win another $500. What are you doing?
Praying.
Oh, praying. No fair asking for help, okay? The actual number of these psychics who believe they have lived other lives is 10 of them. All of them believe they have. So, no car, no money, but look where you are, $4,250. And we'll be right back to meet a new challenger for Suda right after this. Oh, champ, there you are.
Yeah.
Over $4,000, huh?
Yeah.
Now, in India, what kind of monetary, what's the money called?
It's rupees.
Rupees?
Indian rupees.
Okay, and then how many, 4,000, how many Indian rupees do you have?
It's about 40,000 rupees.
Yeah, see, we give away a lot of rupees in our show, don't we? Yeah. Good. Hey, let's meet a new challenger. Come on, Ike, get in here, my friend. Hi, Bob. How are you? What does Ike stand for?
Ike stands for Isaac. That's my real middle name. I hail from Charleston, West Virginia. I'm an old hillbilly. Now I've been living in
You're not a hillbilly with the name of Isaac. Come on.
Yeah, that's true. Living in San Diego. I have a beautiful wife, Connie, and a 6-year-old daughter, Anna Marie. It's in the audience now. And I'm a promotional director for a chain of resorts in San Diego.
All right. Well, it's nice to have you with us. You know how
Thank
to
you.
play this game, I
Yeah.
assume. Watch this
No
lady
problem.
next to you. She knows all about these cards, and she's a little bit psychic. Speaking of that, we have 10 psychics in our studio audience. They're all professional psychics, and this question pertains to them. Suda, here's your question. Before the show, Suda, we ask our 10 psychics, as far as you know, have you ever saved someone's life with your psychic abilities? How many of these 10 psychics said they have? They've saved someone's life with their psychic abilities.
I think that is going to be higher, about 6.
6 of the 10, you say, have saved someone's life through their psychic abilities. Ike, do you believe in psychics?
I believe in psychics, Bob, but saving a life is a real serious matter. I'd say lower.
Are you telling me being a psychic is not a serious matter?
No, I just think that the opportunities are not there all the time.
I understand. Okay. Because I don't want those 10 people to come up here and whip you.
That's right.
The actual number of these psychics who have saved someone's life with their psychic abilities is 7 of them have. Not lower, it was higher. Wow. Which 7 of you, raise your hand if you would, please. Which 7 of you feel you've saved someone's life with your psychic abilities? Daniel, tell me about it.
Well, when I was 10 years old, I was woken in the middle of the night with a real strong impression that my mother had to be taken to the hospital. I rushed into my parents' room, woke up my father. We couldn't wake my mother up. We got her to the hospital, and they found out that she had had an allergic reaction to medicine. They said that if she had gotten there 5 minutes later, she would have died.
So when you're 10 years old,
Yes.
How old were you when you first realized you had this psychic ability?
About 4 or 5 years old.
No kidding. You could predict what Gilligan was going to do, right?
Well, my father used to take me to the horse races.
Oh,
And when he
really?
took the horses,
And you picked the horses.
occasionally.
What are you doing after the show, man? Hey, we could have us a party at the racetrack. Thank you, folks, very much. Nice to have you here. All right, Sudah. There's an 8. Want to change it? Yeah. 8 is now a 7. Want to change it?
Higher.
Oh, higher than the 7. Yeah, there's an 8 again.
Higher.
Higher than the 8. No. All right, Ike, here's your first chance to say higher or lower in our show, and you can do it with a 3.
Higher.
Higher than the 3, 9. Freeze. Freeze? Okay, let's give a freeze. And we'll be right back. Don't go away.
That was